erstes Qualifikationsturnier und er hat sofort den Sprung in das Hauptfeld geschafft und jetzt wartet vielleicht sein größtes in seiner Karriere. Herzlich willkommen im Glaspalast für einfach wird es nicht für Dan the Man. Jetzt wartet einer aus den Top 30, die aktuelle 29 der Welt, der World Youth Champion von 2014, The Needle, Keegan Brown.
The earplugs are in, he's ready to go. It's Keegan Brown, the former World Youth Champion, taking on another of the Germans here at the European Darts Grand Prix in Sindelfingen, just outside Stuttgart. Keegan will find this easier if he does not involve the crowd. They will get involved enough as it is. Maybe he learned his lesson from a few weeks ago, or maybe he didn't. Let us find out together. He's been playing some really good darts over the last few months as Keegan Brown. Back-to-back semi-finals on the tour, one in Wigan, one at the German Darts Championship, where he beat Michael van Gerwen, the only person so to do on the European Tour this year. The winner of this faces rapid Ricky Evans in the next round. Will we see our first German winner, a man making his debut on the European Tour? Dan the Man Klose? Or is Keegan going to make it another successful weekend? Chris Murphy's in the commentary box to find out in this one.
Thanks, Dan the Man Dawson. As we get to take a closer look, that will be the first of many comments that you will greet with a look of disgust, I'm sure.
Why break the habit of a lifetime?
Brown, as you said, it will be wise to not get involved with the crowd, but I thought I saw Keegan Brown, while the crowd were getting ready for this match. Yep, 2 sixes on the board. Keegan Brown's just noticed. That will need changing, otherwise he might not score as many points as he would wish. But yeah, I thought I saw Keegan Brown gesturing the crowd to calm down before they'd even started getting excited when he was putting his darts and stuff on the table.
Yeah, absolute charm offensive from Keegan Brown, just like gurning and interacting with the crowd there.
Well, Klose trying to get involved now. Russ Bray, the match referee, carrying out the repairs. And we do now have 20 different numbers on the outer ring, and we can get this match underway when the players have completed their practice stats. Now, it is quite a remarkable story, the appearance of Daniel Klose at the European Tour, because not only is it his debut, but it was his first ever attempt at qualifying.
So he's got a better record in qualifying than anybody in any European Tour career so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, first let Keegan to throw first. Game on!
I know you're a fan of analysing dart shirts, Dan. Let's take another look at Daniel Klose's. Tell us what you think.
Not one for any of you who suffer from what's known as trypophobia, which is the fear of lots of little holes.
Well, I thought it was going to be the fear of stumbling.
48.
And a stumbling, stuttering start from Klose, whose diamond, well, it's meant to be a flight, isn't it, on the back of the shirt, kind of obscures the letters, the initials of his name, and makes it look
okay. Yeah.
Not thought that one through, really, have you, Dan? But he's got a very chantable name. 2 syllables.
Yep.
The Germans like that. Horvat was the chant in the match before last. And
Shindy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he could just do Schindler, but
35.
Or Martin.
I don't think they'll be chanting Keegan at any point.
Certainly weren't a few weeks ago when he played Max Hopp.
81.
But very much got the upper hand here, Keegan Brown.
Yeah, in that qualifying campaign, for a man who'd never been in one before for a PDC tournament, he averaged 89 across the matches that he won. Very decent standard. And I had a chat with Keegan Brown before he went on stage, and he said he's been watching him practice and he can play darts.
Always a good start.
Well, Keegan Brown was halfway through finishing
Game shot in the
that
first
checkout
leg. Keegan Brown.
before Russ Braid finished calling it.
Second leg, Daniel to throw first. Came on.
But he has checked it out and taken a 1-leg lead, and he might not get the same kind of treatment that he perhaps in part brought on himself against Max Hopp, because he might give no reason for the crowd to encourage their home nation hope here.
Well, he's got the earplugs in and just going through a little zone on his own where Russ Bray's irrelevant, the crowd are irrelevant. He can just get on and throw his darts, and it's working away at the minute. Trying to think whose throw Daniel Klose reminds me of. He holds it very, very high, almost above his eye line, isn't it? And there's somebody else who does that. I'm racking my brain trying to think who.
Jamie Lewis?
Jamie Lewis? Well, there's somebody even more pronounced than that. I think it might have been somebody we saw at the World Cup. But it's very, very high, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very high. Released then from around the mouth area. But I'm not sure who you're thinking of, Dan.
39. Daniel will require 161.
But been effective in this leg in getting him down to a finish after 9 darts.
$89.
39 years old, Klose,
Daniel, you require 72.
who is closing in on the first leg.
No need to go 14 ball. So he's edging towards this leg, but he's allowed Keegan in just to put some pressure on him. I thought he might have been tempted to have a look at the bullseye last start there. Decides against it. Doesn't matter. And the crowd will tell you that the German has got a leg on the board, and he seemed quite excited about the whole prospect.
81.
The winner of this match will take on Rapid Ricky Evans in the second round.
100.
Evans, who's been producing some very good stuff, I'd say in the best form of his career.
Yes, regularly going deep in tournaments. Couple of finals already this year. But Keegan Brown has been threatening as well to young guns who made their breakthroughs a few years ago and have both started to play some really good stuff over recent months.
36. 96.
Well, this is a chance for Klose to break the Brown throw, but he needs a good setup. Could look at the 19s. Single three is no help to him. The big five doesn't help either.
23.
Brown not really filling his boots, but should have plenty in hand here. So that visit might change his plan, because if he hits this treble, have to go for the bullseye.
94. Daniel, you
Got second prize. Left himself three-headed double. Clash of world champions with Steve Beaton and Stephen Bunting to come. But this one is going with throw. Brown well ahead on the averages, but you wouldn't say dominating this game.
Certainly not. Yeah, Bunting beaten, one of the standout ties you would have selected before today's action. The final match of the night, the other one, Ryan Searle against Glenn Durrant, which is effectively a second round tie after the withdrawal of James Wade, the winner receiving a bye through to round 3, and in between it, Jamie Hughes, who we are well aware of what he can do, some stunning performances this year against Ricardo Petrescu. Pikachu.
Yes, Pikachu, of course, I'd completely forgotten. That was his nickname. That's unfortunate.
How do you get Pikachu on the Oki, Dan?
Pokemon?
Correct. 10 points.
Thanks.
Is that how it works? Pokemon, were you a avid player?
No, didn't really.
What about Pokemon?
58.
Paul Nicholson has returned to around the commentary position after lapping up the birthday celebrations on stage. You may have seen that in between the last match and this.
First 180 of this contest, and it goes to the needle.
Yeah, not greeted by many celebrations for him to lap up. But quite well timed, really.
99.
Brown has taken control of leg 4 and has a break in his sights.
At least one treble from Klose gives him a realistic opportunity if Brown misses.
We have been told on Twitter that it might have been Ulf Seder that you were thinking of the throw.
Well, it might be Ulf Seder, actually, yes. Oh, hello. Double 12. 3-1. Lovely stuff. Another 14 dart leg.
It was here that the Ulf was on fire, wasn't it?
The imaginative and catchy chant of Ulf, 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 Ulf took off here at the Glass Palast, as many chants have done before.
96.
The most used European Tour venue in its 6.5-year history.
Yeah, 8 years, 9 events.
And got Doppel Glass Palast one year.
100. 93.
Seen wins this evening for Vincent van der Voort, Chris Dobey, Gavin Carlin and Jeffrey Desvan. Dobey's the standout display.
60.
And Nathan Aspinall was almost equally impressive this afternoon.
Yeah, they are hands down the top performers of today, but in general the standard has been really, really good.
97.
Yeah, Dragutin, Horvat and Gavin Carlin. Look, Gavin Carlin making his debut, but I thought it was a creditable debut on the European Tour. Dragutin, a little bit unfortunate with bounce out, so I thought lost a lot of darts to the floor.
Yeah, Carlin had a couple as well in that match, but
pretty much, apart from that and Neil Zonneveld, everybody has had a winning average in the 90s or over a ton. And for a Friday, that's good going. And we've not even seen Jamie Hughes, the 2 world champions, and Glenn Durrant.
Well, Brown was looking at the 6-17s route there, but might allow Klose a chance here to break back. Needs 1 treble to get a dart at double, and we have not seen a double missed in this match yet. But he hasn't done the hard bit. And now Brown will get 2.
68. Keegan requires 60.
Have to be a good dart to maintain that record.
Well, it comes to a shuddering halt, doesn't it, that record?
36.
So, for a break. The tricky switch, as we call it.
Game show on the 5th leg. Daniel Klose.
Well, they enjoyed it. They're trying to rouse their man.
Game on.
The Turtles haven't stopped singing all day. I didn't think it was possible for a turtle to be too lubricated, but these guys might be showing it.
$134.
Well, they're having a party at the Glass Palace, that's for sure.
Well, this is what Keegan will really wanted to avoid. Daniel Klose making it close. Because if Klose can keep it close, it's going to get...
Closer?
Well, yes.
And then he could close it out.
Well, possibly.
79.
But it's going to get more and more awkward for Keegan. He'll need to go and get more earplugs, bigger earplugs, an entire
81.
sensory deprivation helmet.
I'm not sure, as earplugs go, I'm not sure that getting bigger ones is how it works.
What? Who are you? Johnny Earplugs? Who made you the authority on noise-cancelling inner ear gear?
Maybe too big for the holes, Dan.
Keegan, you require 154.
Squeeze him in.
Well, can he squeeze a couple of darts into a treble here?
$54.
Well, he couldn't. But Klose has found 1.
90.
And that is enough to apply some pressure here on Brown, because he's not guaranteed a dart at double. And he hasn't got a dart at double, and Klose should get at least 1 to level.
He might get 2. It's only 1. One is all he needs, and it could not be closer.
So they're kicking the throw first.
Top corner from Daniel Klose. And I think that throwing style there helped him out. He didn't need to move, did he, to loop the darts over the ones that might have been blocking another player. Brown responds with a max. His second of the match.
You've seen the old info sheet. Tell me more about Daniel Klose. What's he do for a job?
He's a manager.
Oh yeah, what kind of manager?
Well, an employed manager is what it said on the sheet. So, I mean, it always helps. If you're going to be a manager, then be employed.
Some of the best kinds of managers to be, those ones.
His interests include movies. I say include, that's all he wrote under interests.
Right. Yeah, include movie, but yeah, and just being an enigmatic character.
Yeah, has
135.
appeared from nowhere. Daniel Klose decided he fancied, well, I'm not sure what Keegan Brown was getting all excited about there. Perhaps the fact that he's on 86 after 9 darts.
Well, he won't have many people in the crowd supporting him, but if he has picked one out, then maybe that's what he's going to do, try and focus on them. No need to go 18 ball, so he can look at double 4 now.
78.
As he always is, with his wife Roz, who will be cheering him on from the sidelines.
She is here then, have you seen her? Yeah, because she did turn up the other weekend and just didn't bother coming along for the first game.
Did he win?
Yeah.
Game shown the 7th.
Well, he's allowed her in the venue this evening.
8th leg, Daniel to the front
He's
first.
not the superstitious type, it seems. And he might win with her support. Well, he's pointing at someone else in the crowd now, Keegan Brown. Is he going around trying to collect supporters one by
Maybe
one?
he's going to convert them one by one.
80.
The German fans just, oh, I was shouting for the other guy, but then the guy in the ping, he pointed at me and, yeah, all right, yeah, let's cheer for him.
That's for you. Third max.
He's dedicating them all. He was the Oprah Winfrey.
He's learned
you
his
get
lesson.
180, and you.
59.
Look under your seat. There's a signed autograph card.
Didn't Mervyn King do that as a PR exercise at the Premier League one year after he'd had a sort of high-profile fallout with the fans and then turned up and started dishing out signed autographs to try and get him back on side?
I think it was in Newcastle. I think he was playing Rema van Barneveld, and Mervyn King, pre-earplug days, decided the best way to quieten the crowd was to cup the ears and put the old fingers on lips gesture. It didn't really work for Mervyn that night, so the next week he employed a different tactic, which was, handing out Mervyn King memorabilia.
Did it work?
You'll have to ask him. You probably have the chance on Sunday.
81.
Well, certainly will do if he goes and wins this title again, and we're interviewing him on stage.
That's exactly what I meant.
96.
Well, Klose has a chance to close in here. Keegan Brown looking at 127 for a break of throw. Oh, a ton would have been perfect there, but now I feel he needs a treble. Well, he's left to finish.
Yeah. It's something. This is something easier. Ooh, didn't make it look easy, did he?
43. Daniel, you require 170.
This would give them something to shout about.
Well, the thing is, Keegan has already pinned the 84, and he has pinned a 72 checkout, both on double 12.
34. Keegan, you require 84.
This time he wants the ball.
Game
And pings it as well. A second 84 checkout. And Keegan Brown will continue to put in impressive visits and then seemingly dedicate them to individuals around the Stuttgart area. This is an absolute masterclass in public relations from the Needle.
Certainly is.
41.
Learned his lesson and changed his game plan. And now Brown has the crowd eating out of the palm of his hand, or at least 3 of them.
81.
But that bullseye finish could turn out to be a very important one, because Klose was poised on 36 when Brown broke the throat.
60.
And now Keegan needs this leg to close out a fairly comfortable win.
Well, look, it would be comfortable at the scoreline if it says 6-3, but it's not felt like that in this game, has it? Daniel Klose has really made a game of this.
That moment, that bullseye finish, is what gave him that bit of comfort.
100.
But, you know, even the other 84 checkout he took out, Klose was sat on 64 himself. That would level the game at 2 apiece.
There you see the finishing stats. Very, very impressive
56.
in any game of darts.
Yeah, I've got to say, I've been pretty impressed by the employed manager on his Euro Tour debut.
Well, maybe he'll be employing a manager
46.
pretty soon as his darts career takes off. Keegan Brown can close it out.
130.
Well, Jeffrey Desvaughn sealed his victory with a monster checkout against Stefan Belmont. Keegan Brown will now be hoping to seal it with a pretty simple double-8. But Klose is right there again, ready to pounce if there's a slip. But there is no slip from Keegan Brown as he makes it through to round 2. A pretty solid display for the man from the Isle of Wight. A 6-3 victory. He will go up against rapid Ricky Evans, the fastest player in the world, here at the Glass Palace tomorrow. Coming up, though, it's a clash of world champions. The Bronze, the Adonis, and the Bullet. It's Beaton and Bunting.
Auch wenn es am Ende nicht ganz gereicht hat, das war ein starker Auftritt von Daniel Klose. Aber natürlich geht der Sieg in Ordnung für Keegan Brown, der damit in die 2. Runde einzieht. Der Favorit hat sich also durchgesetzt. Keine Überraschung in dieser Situation. Keegan, congratulations. We actually just talked in front of the match about not knowing the opponent. This is not that easy, huh?
No, it's not easy being 3-1 up, and I thought, oh, this is cruising. He came back to 3-3, and I thought, need to step on.
Are you actually always playing with earplugs? No.
I only play with the earplugs when I'm playing the German.
Because they are so emotional and they're so loud, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but with me, I need to block it out and focus.
See you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Keegan Brown. Den sehen wir also morgen wieder. War